Hello everyone, quick build today. We have an obsolete exoframe here made by Moderoid or Good Smile Company. Seems to be this is a freebie. It probably came with an issue of Hobby Japan. I bought it online though. 1/35th scale is a common military scale. You can watch this cartoon on YouTube for free. I rather enjoyed it. I kind of wish it went further than it did. And the instructions here are on the back, but I built this enough times that I don't even need to pay attention to that. So let's open this guy up and take a look. Maybe this is a green frame. I don't know. I mean, why else would the box be green? But nope, it's a gray frame. That's your standard frame color. Nothing else in there. Okay, well, typical plastic here from Moderoid. It's pretty good. It's on the same level as Bandai or Tamiya. I don't see any major swirly marks, through any of these pieces because they're all pretty small. But yeah, just gonna clip this up and sand it together, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna fast forward this. We'll see at the end. surprisingly, that was a really fast and easy build. Usually my models take a long time to make, but not this one. Not much glue is necessary, really. I just glued this in just because I didn't want it to flex up and down, but you really don't have to. Everything's a really tight friction fit. Yeah, in fact, everything else is just a friction fit. So, articulation-wise, we have the shoulders here, and those pivot up and down quite a bit. Look at this. So that's unnatural, right? And then they can go down quite a bit before they collide with this little frame for the rider, the driver. And so then here we have a hinge for that part of the shoulder, right? And then the ball pegs are two halves that you have to push together, but the peg actually goes past the other half of the ball, so it's a really secure fit. I rather like it. So that happens, and then, you know, being round ends on both sides, you can rotate the arm and this thing in the shoulder. Okay, and then what's odd is this arm doesn't have a peg going all the way through, but it is pretty tight. I mean, look at this, it'll support its own weight, so, but it is new. And then the hand has a tiny little peg on it. It can only rotate. That's the only articulation you're going to get out of the hand. Alright, so the shoulders are really quite good. The torso, this does pivot up here, so you can go down and back before you collide with this driving mechanism thing here. And then it has a ball peg. It has just a peg here, so you can rotate the torso a little bit. Yeah, actually all the way. I'm just without armor. There's a lot of articulation. There's a double peg ball here for the hip. And then this drive wheel here will swing all the way to the front. I don't think it's supposed to do that in the show, but and then the knees, see, these are wheels as well, so you could kind of like make it ride on these three like this. I think. Or maybe it's the other way. Actually, that collides. So I'm not really sure, I forget how these things actually drive around on these wheels. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't seen the show in a long time. Alright, so anyways, same joint, pegs on both ends, so you can rotate the hip, and you can rotate that part as well. And then again, this the peg doesn't go all the way through. This peg is only for this drive wheel. It has nothing to do with the shin piece. And then the ankle, this is a half ball peg. Half of the ball is part of the shin piece, and then the other half you just have to pop in separately. And then you notice it can become gappy, but if you rotate it, you can squeeze them together quite easily. And then the feet on these things are really small, but you can rotate them, so you can have some ankle rocker, right? And then I already had a different female figure that I painted already, so this lady just pops right in there, and her hands are kind of in that position to grab that hand grab thing, and that's it. That's your basic exoframe that the aliens would drop down on planet Earth in exchange for some resources. So let's look at the other two I built. These have the same exoframe, but then they're clad with armor. This is I believe called a Gavial, and it's the prototype for the U.S. Marine Corps, where they armored up these chassis frames. And this is a collaboration with the Votoms franchise, so this is supposed to be a Scope Dog version of this frame. That was my very first of the Obsolete kits. So you can see, you know, they look quite different depending on what is tacked onto them. Both of these do actually have figures inside of them, but you can look up the reviews. Just look up Obsolete on my channel. So I do have a few more kits to build. I just didn't have much time today, so I thought I'd just do this quick one here. And it's pretty neat. It was pretty cheap. I think I only paid a few dollars for this thing, so. But it's got a lot of articulation, and it's all pretty tight, so I think you could paint it silver and whatnot, but obviously if you start moving the joints around, the paint's going to chip off, so that's why I didn't do that. I did spray paint it with a matte clear coat, though, just to knock down the shininess of it. Alright, we'll see you in the next model kit video. Take care now.